What's up everyone, welcome back to the trading world. Today I'm probably going to have this video be a little shorter because I don't have a ton to talk about today, but I still want to make this video, get it out, and review trades, review price action for the day. First, let's talk about this trade. This trade from Twitter. I actually really like this. This was from Dodgy, right? And the reason this is nice is because look at how we consolidate all this time through here. So what's going to be in this range? Stop losses. So we come all the way up, stop people out, and you see how we react off that low. We get this 3-minute inversion, and this is a nice 2-to-1 up to those old highs. And you can see that is right here, right? We pop below this low, and yeah, the rest is history. We drive up higher. Now on the higher time frame, if I zoom out, so once again, remember we took out those low resistance lows, popped off of them. We first rebalance this higher time frame move back to premium, and then now on the lower time frame, we move back to discount. And then now you can see we have drawn up to, if I measure this out, look at how this is exactly where the most volume was. So that's where the most transactions happened. And look exactly where we draw to. Right there. Perfectly. Boom. So thought that was pretty cool. Then anyway, higher time frame gap right here. So we were delivering from this 4-hour gap. Then on the 1 hour, this breaker right here is super nice. Why? Because this is the breaker before the move lower that takes all these stop losses, right? There's a ton of low resistance lows all through here. So when we get this breaker, so this is the up close candle before the violent move lower that takes liquidity, the violent move lower that takes stop losses. So you can see how everyone in this range gets stopped out by this specific move lower here. This up close candle that comes before that, it's going to be very sensitive. This is called a breaker block. So when I drag this over, you can see we hold this. So now you can see this is a lower time frame market maker buy model. And dropping down to lower time frame, we get a, first of all, we have, one break of structure and then move back to a gap. So this is, one 2022 model. And then we have, this one's a little bit more obvious to me. We have sweep of this low, break of this high, and this is very, very clear that this is a fair value gap within discount, right? It's actually perfectly in discount. And you can see this 2022 fair value gap provides an entry for the entire day. Check that out. Bang, stop loss at the low, and then we, just expand the entire day. So let's look at more trades. We had, so we had the first presented for value gap. This was kind of cool, right? You can see the first presented for value gap is right here. So 930, 931, 932. And observe how, the market interacts with it, right? We hold it, and actually when we get this 3-minute inversion, we're delivering from the first presented for value gap. So do you see how you can use this as a nice confluence? We're delivering from that first presented for value gap. We get this inversion. It's like a new day opening gap, right? It's an additional confluence for your trade. And then if you measure out, this manipulation move, you could target these standard deviations, 2, 3, 4. I think that was a pretty amazing trade. And this is going to be like as if it's like not there, this fair value gap. Now, the trade I took, so, well, yeah, the trade I took was we swept out this high. This was PM's high. And I was simply offside. The higher time frame was bullish. So this was the trade I took, right? Where I saw us having swept out PM's highs, and then we had a 5-minute break of structure. So we retraced to this 5-minute 2022 gap in premium. I tried to enter on a 30-second change state delivery to go lower, and we had these lows down here aligned with that 4th standard deviation. Luckily, I went break even very fast, and I got break evened out. And a big reason why that didn't work out is because very obviously the market, if I pull up, let's see if I can find the screenshot. I'll just show you, right? This was a giant bullish SMT, so we're going against a bullish SMT here at these lows. And then once again, we're going against a way more better and obvious trade, which is this 3-minute inverse value gap to the upside. This is way, way good and way obvious. And check out at that low, right? So if we assume this is manipulation, so if we assume this right here, the sweep of this low, that's the manipulation. Well, what would be, and also with SMT, what would be an additional confluence that this would be manipulation? Well, one additional confluence could be that, check this out. We perfectly go below midnight when we manipulate this low. That's when you get SMT and it perfectly goes below midnight. A lot of the time, that is going to be the low. Like, remember that signature in price. When we get SMT with midnight and we just barely dip below it, the market's going to aggressively expand the opposite direction. And I've talked about this in prior videos before. But anyway, you can see that that happens right there. And then we get this 3-minute inversion. And then we just expand the opposite direction the entire rest of the day. So I found that to be kind of cool. There was an inversion down here that random guy took. Shout out random guy. This was really nice. Super low time frame trade, just a little tiny 1-minute inversion, but random guy took this. And it's nice because very obvious low resistance highs here, very obvious accumulation, manipulation into, there's a 15-minute gap here. Accumulation, manipulation, inverse value gap, and clean target of these low resistance highs here and then highs here. And yeah, I mean, look at how perfectly we go below midnight. I found that to be very, very fascinating. And yeah, we end up here. We end up inversing this 5-minute for value up to the downside. And so theoretically, you know, you could have tried to take this and maybe you enter on a little bit of a retrace. And if your stop loss was here, well, this would actually hit, you know, 1.5 to 1. It's pretty good. So, yeah, I think that about covers it for today's market recap. And then also, once again, you know, so this is the manipulation. We hold this fair value gap, and then we expand, you know, the entire rest of the day off of it. So pay attention to what fair value gaps are being held. Which way are we sweeping liquidity? Which way are we breaking structure? Which way are we holding fair value gaps? Because that is the signature that the market is going to respect for the market to, for whatever the bias is going to be. So pay attention to what lows are we sweeping, what fair value gaps are we holding. Holding this fair value gap, holding this fair value gap, the market's bullish. And with that, I'm going to end this video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Sorry, I hope that it was at least somewhat useful, but just want to get this out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.